Hello everybody, you're welcome to the Lifestyle Show here on What TV. I see your girl EJ, the host for the show. Thank you all very much for your love and support. If you haven't followed the Lifestyle playlist on What TV, please do. Follow the Lifestyle playlist on What TV YouTube. Like, subscribe, and as well as share. Thank you all very much for your love and support and the consistency. Once again, you're welcome. On today's show, we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. Of course, all our topics are always very interesting. So today we'll be looking at balancing passion and financial stability in today's world. And with me in the studio are two lovely people that are going to be helping us talk about it. One very familiar face. You guys know this very one. And he's been here before. Do you get? And then we have a lady. She's very beautiful, but she's not been here before. Hello, Ma. How are you doing?
I'm very fine.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
What's your name?
I'm Bernice. Bernice.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay,
Yeah.
Miss Bernice, it's nice to have you here.
Nice to have you too.
And then we have the gentleman, of course. Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, Mom.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good.
It's nice having you here again.
Thank you, Mom.
Do you mind reintroducing yourself again?
Okay, my name is Mr. John Oludare, and I'm a business administrator and also a lecturer in Global World University.
All right, then. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today.
You're welcome.
All right, so you guys have heard the topic as I introduced it earlier, balancing passion and financial stability into this world. The question, first of all, is it normal that in as much as you have passion for something and then you do not have the financial means to support that passion, is it actually okay for you to consistently follow blindly on that passion, knowing fully well that you do not have the financial means to support what you have to give to the world? Now, I'm going to begin with you, Mr. John. What do you understand by passion? And let's begin with that first.
Okay, thank you, Mom. When we talk about passion, I believe passion from my perspective is a strong feeling.
Okay.
Strong enthusiasm towards something you love or believe in. And I believe it's also a component or a constituent of love.
Okay. Thank you. Now, Ma, what do you understand by financial stability?
Financial stability from my end, it's about having enough money to to cover or secure your basic needs, your expense, and also to plan your future.
Okay, so in other words, for you to be financially stable, you should be as comfortable as not needing money.
Yes.
In arising situations. Should we say that, Mr. John?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so? Do you object to it? Do you?
Okay, if we talk about being financially stable, it is tilted towards financial security. So in that dimension, I think she's well articulated.
All right, then. Yeah. Now, is it okay to keep chasing your passion even if it wrecks you or you lack the means, or even if it wrecks you or you lack the means?
No.
What makes you say that?
Okay, I think it's okay to, when it comes to chasing your passion, even if it wrecks you, it's in this current age where we are, I think, in as much as we have situations whereby you might like something or you want to do something or that you call your passion, that you find interest in, I think you still need to put your financial security
first.
Above, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so you're saying that even if you have the passion for something and you don't have the money, you can forget or forgo your passion?
No. You're not to forget or forgo your passion, but you could have your passion on the side.
You could have your passion on the side.
While doing something or working on something or working somewhere or something to still satisfy or to cover up that should I say the financial stability, because if you should leave your financial aspect aside when you are chasing over your passion, at the end I think it's going to drain you both mentally, emotionally, and
Let me push you a bit out of this very topic. You know this man Thomas Edison, right? The one they said created the light bulb. As in, how many times did he created? Is it 999 times? Yeah. And then one time he created it, and then it was a boom, right? Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Do you think that at the time Edison was creating bulb for that 999 times, it was very expensive, I guess. He was using money, he was using resources, he was using all the energy. As the word is, I'm not a science person. Now, he used all this thing, and then maybe let's say he got wrecked, but he continued. Would you call him a fool for continuing? Because I think passion actually birthed the financial stability of some high-ranked individual in the society today. So let's assume some of them are wrecked, even while passion-driven. Yes. Right? But they didn't stop. Yes. At the end, some of them succeeded, some of them failed, some of them died. So would you say they were fools, or they were crazy to actually follow suit?
No, I would not say that, because it comes back to the definition of passion. Doing something you love, putting interest into something you love. So I wouldn't call them a fool for. But at the other hand, like you said, at most times when they do that, they don't do it blind. I think they have something they do at the side that still cover up their should I say, their personal needs.
Okay. All right then. Thank you, ma'am. So what do you have to say regarding this?
All right, ma'am. So what I believe is this. People can be passionately wrong. And people can be passionate towards the wrong stuff as well. Okay. Sometimes what we actually call passion is something we're indoctrinated to believe.
Right.
As you know, from our credo. Yeah, it's an indoctrination.
How do you mean?
Okay. The way a person has been raised from the cradle matters. The last time I was on this show, I talked about nature versus nurture. Right. Genetical influence and environmental influence. You know, you have the internal environment and the external environment. Internal talking about what is within you, and external talking about the environment you grew up, or where you find yourself, where you live. All of these factors are contributive to what you become and what you eventually decide to pursue in life. So it's like a mental conditioning. So before you could actually call something your passion, you must have seen it. And there are different ways through which we see things. You see, intuitively speaking, your mind is actually the motherboard of your existence. Without your mind, you're nothing.
That's true.
Other parts you call the senses, as we say in quotes, the 5 senses, are channels through which the mind functions. So you can have sight and still be blind if your mind is blind.
That's true.
Do you understand? Okay. So your eye is just a gateway through which the mind finds expression. That's why whatever you see is interpreted by the mind before it's acted upon. So many of these things we call passion has to be really defined within the scope of our understanding. Because you see, sometimes the way we are groomed, nurtured, cultured, is also limited, because there is no one person who is holistic when it comes to knowledge and information. And human beings have been refined by the level of information, or transformed by the level of information they have access to. So when a person talks about passion, intricately speaking, we need to know what you call passion, if actually passion is passion.
Don't you think, okay, now you said something about most of it are, it's from, we are being influenced from cradle.
Yes.
And then, our parents. So it's more like, it's like a trend.
Yes.
Because when you follow the circle, you see that both the parents went through the same thing, and then coming all the way down to the child.
Yes.
Now, let's say the parents kind of like made an error in terms of recommendation of a career choice for them child. How about them? How about the institution? I mean, their career days where guardian counselors observe children, right? Or where teachers observe kids. And in as much as from home, the parents have pushed that child towards a particular direction, you, the teacher, or you, the tutor, as the word is, you can actually guide the child back. Now, is it so in most institutions today?
The truth be told, it's not so. Because you see, so either pays the pipe or dictates the tune. The truth be told. Do you understand now? And even if you want to delve into something like that, you will still have to seek the permission of, or the, you know, the commitment or the involvement of the parents or the guardian. Very, very important. Because no matter how you try to culture the child, whoever is responsible for navigating that child financially, I tell people, I say,
because
money,
you know,
money is not everything, but it's attached to everything.
I'm sorry, let me cut you short a bit.
Yeah.
There are this what's it called, scholarship programs.
Yes.
It's like how do I call it? It's like an encouragement to children, especially kids with special abilities. When you notice that a child has this kind of intuition, brain that is exception from other
Children.
of his mates or children as to what is, they are being immediately spotted, and then there's this grant that is given to such kids or said kids, and then they push them. Some reasons why parents these days choose career path for them kids is because of financial situation. A father realizes that a surgeon has or is well paid in the world, would definitely want to tell you that my child will become a surgeon. If he checks and sees that the engineering side is dealing well in terms of finances, he pushes the child to that direction. If it is business wise and he's a businessman, he automatically wants for said child to follow suit, so then he or she inherits his property in future. So sometimes our institution should also, I've said that before, encourage the kids by bringing out grants. But institutions don't do that. And there are organizations that give money to said institutions. There are organizations that contribute money to institutions for said things, right? But they don't do it. I'm focusing on you because you are into education. I'm sorry, why doesn't that happen?
Okay, what else?
Scholarships comes up like maybe once a year, and it's one person that they will pick up. One person. And at the end of the day, sometimes they end up not picking that one person. And the money that is contributed to said institution goes to the institution. They will tell you that they're using it to what's the word?
Develop.
Exactly. So please help me. I want to understand.
All right. From the lens of business,
Right.
I explained something to you. There's something we call ROI. That's return on investment. The life of an individual can be seen as an investment. So what happens is, when they look at these children, they scout them, their parameters or indices in which selections are made. And based on this, scholarships can be offered to these children, because even the children are seen as investment.
Okay.
Do you understand? Though not all investment pays off, but there's something we call calculative risk or calculated risk. Your risk has got to be intelligently calculated.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Whether we call it philanthropism or whatever it's called, one way or the other, it's still an investment. And from the other aspect, saying that this money comes into the system to run the enterprise of the institution.
Right.
Do you understand now? We need to understand something, that business can only be functional by finance. Finance is the science of money, and this is the lifeblood of any organization. And without finance, no business would function.
Okay.
So sometimes, even when profit is not made, workers have got to be paid.
Oh, so said money is used to pay them workers. Is that what you're saying?
I am not saying that.
That's literally what you just
I
said.
am not saying that. I'm just giving you a particular dimension
Right.
of the rigorosity involved in business. So when those things come in, they see it as a means, depending on the kind of system they run anyways, to upgrade the system and give other children a chance to develop in another dimension.
Okay. We'll come back to that. Hello, ma'am. We're back again. All right. So, can poor people afford to follow their passion?
Of course. But poor people are, they are also, in the place of they could follow their passion, but I think they would get this limited financial support, or should I say financial assurance. Yes, the financial security, they will have that. So, but for them to make it work, I think they still have to drop that passion.
Okay, now there's
not like dropping it, like closing it all, but they still have to put it aside.
Okay.
And go and look for something that could secure their financial part.
Right.
Do you understand? It's not like they're turning off their passion, but first thing first.
Okay. Now we were talking about following suit with what I was talking about with him earlier. Yeah. Would you say that are parents wrong to push their kids into high-paying careers?
No, because every parent wants the best for the kids, and I think every parent wants their kids to be in situation whereby they are financially secured and their future is, should I say, safe.
What if them parents don't have the money to support that child to follow suit with that career choice or career path?
I
think I'm dragging you down back to the discussion I was having with him earlier. Yes, I want to hear it.
No, but if that's where you have parents, we have parents who don't have the finance, all right, to take their kids to some, should I say, the place they would wish their kids to be, but they still create options, because it's very rare to see a parent who wouldn't want their kids to go far, or who wouldn't want their kids to they would say, to be in the place where I can be, at least my kids should be there. So I think...
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Did you have a passion while growing up?
Yes.
What was it?
Actually, I wanted to be a pediatrician.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you end up with that?
No.
Why?
Not from my parents. I think it's personally.
You switched?
Yes.
Why did you switch?
I had a better taste.
Jesus God, I don't think. Okay, wait. So that means passion could change.
Yeah. I was about saying.
Wow. Tell me about it. How did it change? What made it change? It's money that made it change.
Not money.
Sometimes environmental influences.
Yes.
The more you grow, the more you know.
Yes.
Okay. So the pediatrician was what you told your mom while you were probably 6 or 7.
Yes.
So when you grow up like this, or you grew up like this, you then changed.
Yeah.
How's it working out for you? Did you sometimes feel like you made a very wrong choice?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
So meaning that what you're doing now is your passion?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Actually, coming back to where we started, I wanted to be a pediatrician when I was a kid, and when I played along the line, I wanted to really go there, but I think at some point I had to have this pause.
Okay.
Like life reset pause, and then I went back and I did law.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yes, and
that's like
thank
you.
God.
Wait, you went back from where? From school?
Yes.
High institution?
No, after school, I tried to still go through the medical line.
Right.
Yeah, and at some point I would say I wasn't getting what I want, or I wasn't fitting into the system how I wish I could. So I had this life pause, and then I went back and replayed. And
there's a part of I'm sorry, I'm not a Bible person, but then there's a part of the Bible that says that I've forgotten that. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. Please, guys. I'm very horrible at scripture quotes, but then I know very much well that there's a part in the scripture that says that what you do, what you're passionate about, gives you joy. Am I right?
Yeah.
Maybe I may not be in that context, but am I right?
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds good. So, meaning that what you're doing now currently gives you joy. Does it give you financial stability?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir.
Yes, Lord.
You were saying something earlier. You said, no, calm down. You said that when you're passionate about something, in as much as you are passionate about it, there are sometimes our parents, you can be passionate for the wrong reason. Yeah. How do you know when you're pursuing the wrong goal?
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Life is a journey. At the same time, life is also a maze. It's an enigma, a mystery. There is nobody who can actually give you the blueprint of life.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes even your template of living, in fact, most of the times your template of living will not work for the next person. those success leaves clues. Do you understand? You can learn from people who have gone ahead of you in life. So why I said what I said is this. You can pursue money and not find fulfillment. But when you're fulfilled, the money would come. Financial stability is not something you just jump into in a day. It is something that is gradually realized. So what I tell people is this: don't chase money, chase value. When you become valuable, you have something to offer. People would look for you from any part of the world. People value. Pardon me, please. If you understand what I'm trying to say now.
I understand.
Yes. So, even if you're hidden in a cave, if what you're offering is valuable, everybody needs what you have.
And this boils down to saying this to this word, find your purpose. Until you find your purpose, you won't be valuable.
Exactly.
Because the purpose is what gives you the value that you give to the society, that gives you in turn financial stability.
Yes.
Wow. So meaning that until you even find yourself, find yourself. I was talking to my mentor yesterday, and he was saying something about the fact that when you purchase a phone, there is usually an instruction manual inside. But not very many of us read that because we already know what the phone does. But if you take out your time to read the instruction manual, you discover that you're using the phone, but it is limited. What you're using it for, you can use it, you could do more than what you're actually making the phone do. Bringing it to our daily life, he said something. He said that we as humans, we have blueprint, which is the Bible. I don't know why I'm making reference to that today, which is the Bible. But not very many of us read it. So until you even go to ask him that created you, what is your purpose here, you can't find that strength to even pursue something that should make you worthy in the society. Finally, before we wrap up, Ma, would you say that is financial stability overrated in today's society?
No.
What makes you say that?
I think we are caught up in a situation whereby
she keeps smiling. Okay, continue.
I think currently at this, should I say, this part of the world or where we are caught up in,
yes, please.
I think financial security is not overrated, because I think everybody needs that should I say, that security that we need that survival mood / security. And to achieve that, you just need to be financially stable. Do you understand? Especially in situation whereby we have currently things are on the high end, and yes, if you chase your passion and leave your finance, you will be doomed. Okay. So meaning that is not overrated. No.
Okay. But then the way we go about it is quite intense, don't you think? Especially with the gentes.
The age calls for it.
Sir?
The age calls for it.
It calls for it.
Yeah.
So we should be radical while looking for money.
If possible.
Wow, she's mean. she's so mean. I was listening to a picture that was saying something like, this 2025, you should be mad. That is the only way you get to become something meaningful to the society. So you would say that as well?
I would say that. Because we are living in a survival age. Yes.
So, sir, do you agree with what she said? It's not overrated.
I think there are always multiple perspectives to.
So you don't want to say it's overrated?
Let me take the overrated perspective.
Okay.
Now, it's not the society that overrates financial stability. It is people. I know people make up the society, but if you understand what I'm trying to say. We live in a world of systems.
Okay.
The systems will remain the way they are. Changes may happen from time to time, but it depends on how we interpret the systems. You were talking about Thomas the other time, the scientist who worked on bulbs. Those people who were who were contributing resources to keep him going. If you looked at the cradle and upbringing of Thomas, it was inspired by things that were scientific in nature.
Exactly. So our environment matters.
Yeah, it matters. That is where you draw inspiration from. That's where you draw passion. So as you begin to grow, sometimes as you grow, your environment also changes. So you have to define and redefine your passion.
Not for parents that have have constructed a building in one particular place for almost 20 years, and that child happens to grow in that very place. The environment does not change. The child grows up with you know, if there's pumping machine at the background, the child keeps seeing that pumping machine. At the end of the day, maybe the pumping machine is bad, it keeps spoiling. One day he picks up, you know, tools and tells you he wants to fix it. Tomorrow he tells you he's a plumber. And you see him wearing knickers or pants that are not even closest to his belly button, as word is. So sometimes even the environment, we are stuck in our environment. That's the word. Yes.
Finance is very important. I won't doubt that. Very, very important. But like I said, pursue value. Whatever you have, whatever value you're communicating, there are people who are looking for what you have, but you haven't found the right audience yet. Sometimes when God shows you mercy, he places you in front of the people who can reward you.
Wisdom.
Do you understand that?
Right.
So when you find the right audience, you'll be surprised that what you have is golden. So when you become valuable, people would pay you for being yourself. Yes,
that's another thing. That's
because
good.
it's something you love now,
right?
So it's not, you don't have to be too extra to be what you are. This is who you are.
Right.
It's what you love doing. The reason why it looks as if financial stability in today's society has been overrated is because of the way people, is the attitude of people towards it. What people do to get finance. People are willing to go all shady,
exactly,
and dirty their hands to get this money. And the irony is, after doing this, many of them don't even know how to spend it or manage it or multiply the money. So it's one thing for you to make money, it's another thing for you to save it, it's another thing for you to multiply it. And the only way you can multiply finance, or what you call money, is by investment. And not every platform in today's world are credible enough for good investment.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, guys, we've come to the end of today's show. Thank you very much, Miss Berenice, for coming. We'll call you again.
Okay.
She did very well. Thank you very much. And then thank you, Mr. John, for coming. Thank you guys for joining us today. Before we wrap up, I want to give a special shout out to our production team, Mr. Jerrieto Nam. Thank you very much, sir, for your love and support for the Lifestyle Show. We have the director, Mr. Richard Kofanga, and Mr. Christian Obanikwe. And we also have the broadcasting team, Mr. Eku Florence, Mr. Senyor Wampa, and for the cameraman we have Mr. Fofogolo. These are all our production teams. Thank you guys very much for your love and support. Until we come your way next time, stay blessed, stay safe. Plenty love from me to you. Bye bye.